Diane was raised in Arizona. My early days were all in Sanpete County, so I grew up as a farm kid.
My father was the superintendent of education in Arizona, and my mother taught high school.
My dad raised pigs and milk cattle.
They are people of the soil. Sam grew up in Sanpete. He now has a farm there. He goes there to run the tractors.
Our family moved to Salt Lake City.
I left Arizona to attend BYU, and Sam graduated from East High, then went on to Northwestern, and then to Stanford for his PhD. He then taught at Columbia, and then came to the University of Utah, where he was a professor.
I joined the faculty of the University of Utah in the early 70s and had a delightful career.
He was the professor that everyone wanted to have because he was brilliant and he was engaging.
I loved really every day that I spent on the faculty at the U. The only thing I loved more was the idea of starting a company.
Sam founded Wasatch Advisors.
We are a money management firm.
Over 15 billion in assets with a very unique investing philosophy.
He came up with some logarithm that allows people to know when to buy stocks and not, and I don't really understand the logarithm, but it's worked.
We've had great success. I just believe that you could beat the market.
He started with nothing, and now there are billions and billions and billions of dollars.
Somehow I've just followed my nose and it's worked out terrifically.
Diane, on the other hand, is just a force of nature.
What she's been able to do with Modern West is, I think, made a real contribution to Salt Lake.
I originally started the gallery because I was a collector. I had a lot of relationships with artists, and I thought it might be nice for many of those artists that didn't have representation in Utah to have representation.
Diane is just one of these people that absolutely recognizes excellence very early on. And becomes a huge supporter of individual artists.
Diane really believes that the arts are here to improve our lives.
There's not a major art community in Utah that hasn't been affected by Sam and Diane Stewart.
It's been great fun. I think we've brought a new level of art to Salt Lake. I love serving our community. I want to be involved. I want to make a difference. Some issues needed a voice, and that really began my activation in politics.
Before equality marriage was passed, Diane was, kind of like Camp David.
After many, many, many years of no meeting, no talk, no communication, the church and a group of gay leaders decided to get together.
Our home was the neutral site, so to speak.
We were supposed to meet at Sam and Diane's house for 45 minutes. It turned into 3 hours, and I think that changed the course of a lot of cultural history in the United States.
Meet a woman whose home has become a meeting ground for political power brokers.
Once people have a personal relationship with someone who they have viewed as different than themselves, everything changes.
I think Sam and Diane are remarkable people, and they've raised remarkable children.
We have a blended family, and together we have 9 children.
The 9 kids, to me, are just a lot of fun.
Sam and Diane are right down there in the trenches with their kids.
We did have a wonderful wedding this summer. Our youngest child was married.
The setting for the wedding was their spectacular home up on the avenues. And all of a sudden, people started jumping in the pools. And so here you have the proud parents, Sam and Diane.
I mean, it didn't take much to convince me to get in the water.
We say we all took the plunge with him. This is my home. I love Salt Lake City. I'm a big supporter and promoter of the arts in Salt Lake City, and the university, of course, has a magnificent museum.
One of the great treasures of the state is the Utah Museum of Fine Art.
They do beautiful shows. The new galleries are stunning.
When I started making some money in Wasatch, one of the places I wanted to go immediately was to the University of Utah.
They've been both champions and cheerleaders, but they also push. They push for excellence.
Because they recognize that the university, in the end, is just the heart and soul of this community.
Sam and Diane are comfortable wherever they are. I can't think of better ambassadors for Utah, better bridge builders.
Diane and Sam play a unique role in our community to really say what they think is right, respect other people's differences.
They bring the business and the arts together.
Whoever's lives they touch, they're better because Sam and Diane are just terrific people.
Thank you to the University of Utah for bestowing upon us this wonderful honor. It's been a great evening.
Yes, it has been. We really appreciate and are delighted with this honor from the University of Utah, which has made such a significant contribution to our community, to our state, to our country, and even to the world.
And a big thank you to our family and friends that are here tonight. We're so appreciative of your support and love for all the things that we do together, and we're just very happy to be celebrating with you tonight.